to start the meeting and do a welcome and introduction. She's been an integral force in supporting and in constructing this program, and we have those of us who are specifically working in the program have all of the gratitude in the world to her for spearheading it and bringing it here to St. James. So Sandra, I'm going to turn it over to you. And I'm not hearing you, so I'm wondering if your mic is off.
There I was muted.
Perfect.
So, thank you, Jeff. Yes, we're very excited to begin this program this year, the start of it. It's taken a couple of years to put those bits and pieces together. We began the process of planning and programming this our LEAP program back in 2019, and we're starting to see it come to fruition. And the smiles and the successes that we're starting to see from teachers and students is absolutely amazing. So on that note, I just wanted to say good evening to everyone and welcome to all of our parents, caregivers, and students who are online this evening. Who are interested in our LEAP program. It is our hope through our presentation tonight that you'll have a thorough understanding of what LEAP is and what it looks like at St. James. And as you can see, actually, Jeff, could you just go back to the previous screen for 1 second? Sorry. Yes, so as you can see, our LEAP program, the acronym stands for Leaders in Exercise and Athletic Program. And the below will speak to, you'll be able to see and hear this theme throughout the evening, which the lead, inspire, mentor, be active, service, and wellness are key characteristics of our program, and they lead the program. So I won't give too much away, but just wanted to say hello, and you'll hear from me in a couple more slides, and you'll also hear from a couple more people this evening. Our LEAP team consists of several teachers at different grade levels. So Brescia Pugh, Natasha Woodard are our grade 9 teachers. Courtney Borges and Alicia Reynolds are our grade 11 teachers, and Jeff Cummings and Jeff Campanolo are our grade 12 teachers. You will also hear from our vice principal, Mr. Colin Malone, who will speak to the LEAP program, and then as well Heather Yates, who is our guidance department head. She is also an integral part of our team and a very, very important member, as she will be able to assist students and parents with any questions, as well as, most importantly, scheduling and even responding to students who come down to our guidance office. And I am going to just introduce Heather at this time, and then we will go on and proceed with what the LEAP program looks like, all of those details. And then any of those questions, Jeff, can you confirm, are we still we're still going to be adding questions to the chat and responding to the end, right? You're muted, Jeff.
Unbelievable.
Yes, that's okay.
Yes, we'll do those conversations at the end. Certainly put the questions in the chat. Just might add, if you could, please keep your mics muted, just so that it doesn't bring any background noise when people are presenting. That would be greatly appreciated.
Awesome, thanks, Jeff. And here's our guidance department head, Ms. Heather Yates.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to say welcome. We've been to all the grade 8 families of schools, and we've talked about this program, and it seems to get a lot of interest. So I'm really excited about tonight. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to contact one of the members in our guidance department, and we'll be happy to help you. We'll be back in January to answer any more questions about this program that you might have. Anyways, welcome tonight. Thank you very much. I'm going to head it over to Jeff now, I believe, right? I'll also monitor the chat for you, Jeff, as well.
Thanks, Heather. That's great. Okay, so yeah, I'm really excited to be here speaking about the program. We have a great team, and we believe we have a great program. I'm going to give you an overview of what the program looks like. It was framed really well in a meeting, a couple weeks ago. Mrs. Cummings was meeting with the team, and um, we look at grade 9 and 10, the entry that you're looking at right now, as the portion of the program where we give you, we mentor you, we develop you, and you meaning the student, with a myriad of things, and we begin with the high performance athlete part, where in grade 9 and 10 we are aiming to develop abilities with respect to chosen sport and all sport, to the highest level, in through our curriculum courses. And then in grade 11 and 12, we get into you giving back. And during those 9 and 10 years, we mentor you to be service leaders. But in 11 and 12, we give you opportunities to do that. And we'll get into exactly what those look like as the presentation moves on. But this is the sketch of the program, basically, from grade 9 to 12, including some of the courses that are high performance in nature in grade 9 and 10, leadership in nature in grade 11, and then experiential learning also in grade 11. And then on to grade 12, more pathways oriented with respect to where students are going in their future, but still looking at service. So it's how we want to sort of frame the program. As you enter, we're building you, but at some point we look to have students give back. And so I'm going to turn it back to Mrs. Cummings now to give you a little bit of background on our promotion here, our LEAP commercial. Muted. Hilarious.
Of course. Thank you. I need a trigger to remind me. Okay, so before we actually begin to watch the video, and you may have already seen it, this video is very inspiring to us, and it has a lot of purpose and a lot of meaning behind it, because the athletes and the students that you will see in this video are our own students. And it's absolute pleasure that they were able to give to this video, because what you see and what you hear and what you feel from this video are exactly what we frame this this program around. So again, you'll see those words at the bottom of the screen that I commented on at the beginning of this presentation. And these key characteristics are so important because, like Jeff said, that this is a high performance athletic program, but it also aligns with our Catholic graduate expectations. And those are being a responsible citizen, a reflective learner, a discerning believer, and a collaborative contributor to both our immediate St. James community, but also to our outside community and to the world. So through this program, it is our goal to foster the strengths to grow within the whole child. So the holistic child, both body, mind, and spirit. And it's not just an athletic program, but it's also about caring for ourselves and caring for one another. And the LEAP program is not only designed for one specific pathway student. So this program is designed to is designed for students who show an interest in sports, and this could be a variety of sports and in a variety of different ways. So whether it's sports, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's community service, students do not need to be in an academic program to be able to apply or to enroll themselves or to add the LEAP program onto their grade 9 or grade 10 or grade 11 or grade 12 what's the word that I'm looking for, in their course selection. So they also do not need to be on a competitive team. What they do want to have is experience in sport and experience in movement. And what does experience in movement mean? It could be experience in movement with dance, with karate, with yoga, All of those pieces deal with movement, they deal with sports, they deal with health and wellness, and we're here to enhance that, that ability in them through the high performance training that they'll receive in grade 9 and grade 10. And without further ado, you will now hear the voices and actions of our St. James Lions. Go ahead, Jeff.
Every high school athlete's experience is the same, right?
But imagine if the facilities met your ambitions.
And leadership was something you lived.
That's what it means to take a lead.
We're ready to go. Down to
This is an opportunity to take your sport to the next level, to excel in your academics and gain real-world experience, and to grow in character and in faith.
the centering pass in front. They score.
Are you okay?
Gets away from the pressure. Fires to the end zone. His shot is in.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. So as you can see, those characteristics of lead, inspire, mentor, be active, service, and wellness are all embedded within the main theme of the video. And I think Mr. Malone is up, is he not, Jeff?
He is. Just bear with me while I get my slides queued up again.
Okay.
And Colin, you are good to go now, I think. So we put present mode on.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Hi, everybody. I'm Colin Malone. I'm a vice principal here at St. James. I'm happy to be able to speak to you tonight about the LEAP program. I know that some of what I'm going to say is going to be repetitive, but I think it's all good information to share. So just overall, the LEAP program is a 4-year program. We currently have these high performance courses running in grade 9 and grade 10. And then in grade 11, right now we actually have our grade 11 LEAP course running with the grade 11 religion course. So it's a package course. And then we also have a grade 12 sport leadership course. One thing I want to talk to you about briefly without confusing you is something called a specialist high skills major. So all high schools have specialist high skills majors, and what they are, in simple terms, is they are a bundle of courses you take in grade 11 and grade 12, along with some certifications and some co-op experience or work experience. And what happens when you complete all of those, you graduate with a red seal on your diploma, but also it's kind of like you have a specialty in a specific area. So at St. James, we have a sport specialist high skills major. And the LEAP program fits very well with this. So you can take those courses in grade 9 and grade 10, and then in grade 11, the LEAP courses actually align themselves with our sport specialist high skills major. So you can be taking those courses and earning your specialist high skills major in sport at the same time. So LEAP is a 4-year program. Again, the grade 9 and 10 high performance courses. We have the grade 11 and 12 courses that begin to focus on, again, the service leadership and kind of giving back. And we do that through a co-op or work experience. I'll give you some examples. They might be our students working in elementary schools, helping out with physical education classes. They might be coaching throughout the summer. They may be part of a sports camp. So giving back with all that they've learned and been given through their experience in sport. And those things then again can be part of the specialist high skills major in sport. If that was all very confusing, don't worry. All you need to know right now, I know that I think the bulk of our audience is probably grade 8 students and families. All you need to know right now is that the courses in grade 9 and 10 to start are high performance phys ed courses. So just to speak specifically to those grade 9 and 10 high performance training courses and what they are. So again, we mentioned that there would be an expression of interest just so we can find out a little bit about you and perhaps what your experiences are in sport and fitness right now. Those courses in grade 9 and 10 will look at what you're doing and help you improve in those areas specific to your sport. There'll be obviously some general fitness taught and demonstrated, but also specific to the sport that you're involved in. And we're very fortunate that we have a partnership with the Lift Performance Training Center that's run by Dr. Trevor Cottrell. And we, right now, for example, our current grade 9 course is going there twice a week and really benefiting from his expertise and his facility and the equipment there. So those grade 9 and 10 high performance courses have that partnership with the Lift Performance Center. And again, the focus is on improving your own sport specific skills and developing them further to help you in what it is that you're doing in the area of sport and fitness. And lastly, you may be wondering, so how do these courses compare then to a regular grade 9 or 10 physical education course? And we certainly don't want to say that those regular courses are less, they're just different. So a traditional grade 9 or 10 physical education course, there's various units of study. You're going to learn about various sports, fitness, health units, focus on things like mindfulness, personal wellness. So all great things. The LEAP phys ed courses, or the high performance courses, they're more specific. They're more specific to, again, what students in those courses are already doing in their particular sport and helping them become better, developing, further skills specific to their sport. There'll be certainly health units on things like nutrition, psychology of sport, motivation, mentoring and support, and even some leadership aspects that will be further developed in the senior grades in the grade 11 and 12 courses. So I hope that's an overview for you of what LEAP is and how it progresses from grade 9 through 12. I'm sure you'll have questions and we'll be happy to help answer those and help guide you through the various aspects of our LEAP program. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Colin. I'm just I attempted to pop a link into the chat, but I'm not sure if it made it in with Dr. Cottrell's curriculum that he has adapted for grade 9 and 10 high performance training courses. And what he's done is given us curriculum that focuses on a number of different things that will enhance athletic performance, including strength, fitness, cardiovascular, agility, all of the things that are transferable, and in attempting to make our students better athletes through these curriculum-based courses. So I'm going to try popping that in the chat pod again later. I'm not sure if it went in, but I think I might have grabbed the wrong link. So I'll come back to that in a moment. But those courses are particularly pertinent to you, obviously, because you are entering the program, and that is your grade 9 to 10 experience. And as Mr. Malone said, we're aiming to develop you. We're trying to enhance your athletic abilities to support what you're doing in your chosen athletic activities. Again, whether it's dance, whether it is football, whether it's baseball, volleyball, etc. However, we will be focusing on mentoring you to become a leader. And for instance, Mrs. Chaput is teaching the grade 9 course now. Yesterday had a sports psychologist in, and that sports psychologist, again, is there working with athletes and speaking to them about ways that they can enhance their abilities. At the same time, we'll be providing these students with some leadership opportunities. So we want you starting those attempts at serving the community, doing things, whether it is maybe clinics at elementary schools, doing work inside our school, helping kids who come to our facilities in some program that we may develop. There are a myriad of ways we will do that so that when you get to grade 11 and 12, and this is what Mr. Malone was speaking of, we aren't looking at this like you are part of just courses. We want you part of a program that is building you into some pathway for the future that will help you achieve your goals, potentially in sport and athletics, but definitely transferable skills that will support you in any pathway you choose. So we really believe in the leadership component, which is what happens in grade 11. So in grade 11, after you've done those high performance training courses, we then work with you in a sport leadership course. And that leadership course focuses on we're getting you certifications in coaching, refereeing, for probably your chosen sports, concussion training, more leadership. We work with an organization called Play Like a Champion, which is a Catholic athletics organization that does our leadership training. It's amazing mentorship for our students that really focuses on the skills that Mrs. Cummings spoke about with respect to Catholic graduate expectations. We want students who have the ability to be leaders through this process, but also have skills that are going to be useful for them in their future through these certifications. So we're going to give them event management opportunities. For instance, maybe supporting conferences. We might do a sport leadership conference. We have camps that we will be supporting. We have a connection with an organization called IBSA Basketball. They may be working within that program, helping with the students in our communities who take that program. There are a myriad of ways that will be done. And then we move to the field trips. There is job shadowing experiences that are mandated as part of the SHISM program. The SHISM is part of the LEAP program. It starts in grade 11. And so the job shadowing, we've been batting around a number of ideas. We certainly will do some job shadowing with University of Guelph Athletics. We'll be certainly doing some with the Guelph Storm. We've talked to the Guelph Nighthawks. We've been doing a little bit of chat with professional sports teams, and we have something started with the Toronto Raptors. So this is the type of mentorship that we will be doing in this grade 11 course also. And then that's what's tied into this. And again, not to get too confusing, but in grade 11 in the SHISM sport, you're taking a phys ed course, like I mentioned, where you get these certifications, you get these leadership opportunities, but you can also take a cooperative learning. It's 2 credits actually. And so what that can look like is you could take a co-op where you are in elementary schools leading the phys ed classes with a teacher. Or we have a partnership with On-Site Sports where our students are getting paid and in the summer receiving 2 credits while working in the camps. And it's been a very popular program. Kids love it. They get the training during this phys ed course, and then they go and apply it in the cooperative learning experience. So that co-op is something that we really highlight when we chat about this program. And certainly when we're talking pathways, we want students thinking about sport management, business, leadership in any number of areas. Certainly fields within kinesiology can be something, but we just had a student really dig into a future look in sport journalism through some work that he did in the LEAP program, and it's leading to some great opportunities, potentially working with an organization called 519 Sports as a student. So we're really excited about the potential for pathways opportunities in education and then even professionally. And then in grade 12, we have a grade 12, it's called IDC4U, but it's called Sport Leadership. And this course is focused on a number of different disciplines, including ethics in sport and athletics. So that could be topics around performance enhancing drugs. This could be around if we're talking about ethics, it could be rules and laws as applied to sports. So if we do case studies on if something that happens in a sport was an assault, for instance. We have all kinds of exciting and interesting topics, certainly in those areas. But then within this course, there is more mindfulness work. We take expectations that are in the area of psychology, and we apply them into more of work in mental support, mental wellness support, and training for students, which is again around motivation, and all built into performance. But again, we continue with mentoring of coaching professionals. We do a series with guest speakers who come in from fields. Last year we did a theme on coaching, so we had professional coaches from the CFL. We had athletic directors from universities in the province. We had a myriad of different organizations come in and speak to our students, and we do those series as part of this course. We certainly want these students still doing service at grade 12, and then more certification and training work. But most importantly, we do work on their portfolio here. We want to build a portfolio that provides them a great pathway into whatever program they are looking to explore. So, quick summation of what you get into in the LEAP program. It's not just a grade 9 or 10 experience. It is an experience where you begin with the high performance training courses dedicated to building your abilities for your chosen sports through curriculum-based activities. But on our end, we're also mentoring you in those Catholic graduate expectations. We're always connecting to these words that Mrs. Cummings mentioned earlier. These are the core values of our program that we come back to. So grade 9 and 10, that begins to be your experience. We start to mentor you towards the sports schism in grade 10. We start discussing the programming that can come and what it takes to get a cooperative learning experience that might fit for your needs. And so if a camp experience is not your needs, we have other experiences as part of this grade 11 specialist high skills major program in sport, where you can be working. For instance, the university has a program called Griff Vision. They've invited us to have cooperative learning experiences for students who are interested in that sport journalism approach, maybe video editing, or maybe they want to be in front of the mic. This is what we do in grade 11, in addition to that mentoring phys ed course. And then in grade 12, it is more focused on your portfolio development. But throughout the whole thing, we are still building certifications. We are still working on developing you as an athlete and as a human being, so that when you get out, you have the best opportunities possible, whether that is in athletics, sport, fitness, or business, or any realm. It's not necessarily focused only in those areas. So how do I enroll? And I think this is mine, but I'm not sure. So Ms. Cummings, you can jump in if you want to add something here. But you do select your course in My Blueprint, and your guidance counselors, Mrs. Yates, has been to all the schools so far and has spoken about My Blueprint. So you should have some understanding. But if you don't, please speak to your teacher, or please reach out to Mrs. Heather Yates, who will be available, and will send these contacts to you, so you'll have all the access that you need to people. But you will select grade 9 PAI 10, and I know we have some grade 9 students here who are currently interested in grade 10, so you will select PAI 20. And again, please reach out to your guidance counselor if you have some questions. We will follow up with another virtual information night on January 20th in 2022, and we'll send out those details later. Some requirements. We do require a full COVID-19 vaccination. We are working with a partner facility. We go to Lift Performance currently twice a week as part of our curriculum course, and they are in the facility working with Dr. Trevor Cottrell and our teachers. But we are under the policies of the businesses in Guelph, and in his business, as all in Guelph, they are required to show vaccination status. So that is important that is done to be part of the program. What we will send out to you is, if you are interested in being part of this, we need to know. So we will send out this expression of interest form, which will talk to you about this process, about next steps, and what happens next. And so to connect with us. And all of these links will be sent out to you after the meeting. We have obviously we want you to follow us on Twitter at Lion News Today. We have an Instagram account which is quite active right now with visuals and information from Mrs. Chaput, who is teaching the course right now, and so you can see some of the action that is going on. But not only that, some of the things that we are doing. We have our own website now, which will give this presentation and then more presentations. For instance, the presentation on the grade 11 program, the SHISM, is there. The grade 12 course, there is a presentation on that course that is there. We have a Facebook site, which also is active and contains information. All of the same information is in these spaces. Please, again, feel free to reach out to me direct if you do have overall questions on the program. And so that's LEAP. We're right on 30 minutes, perfect timing. I want to just turn it back to Mrs. Cummings for a moment. If you have anything you want to add, Sandra, that you want them to know, if not, we can turn to some questions.
No, I'm just 1 second. I don't know if it's, is it yours when you're in, Jeff, that's echoing?
Try that again.
Okay, is it good? Yeah, okay, we're good. No, I just, again, thank you to everyone who is on tonight, and thank you to Mrs. Yates, Jeff, and Mr. Malone for giving an overview of this, and we look forward to questions. We do have late additions, our 2 grade 9 teachers, and I'll allow you just to see their faces. They're 2 absolutely wonderful and beautiful people. They were supposed to be on tonight, but again, they spend so much time involved with not only our LEAP program, but also as coaches at St. James. So here is Bree Chaput and Natasha Woodard, and I'm just gonna introduce them and allow them just to say hi, because they're super excited about our LEAP program.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hope you enjoyed the session tonight. I have the pleasure of teaching the grade 9 program right now, and it's awesome. So hopefully you got the information you needed, and if you guys have any questions, I can answer them now, as I am currently teaching it, and we are at Lift a couple days a week, and then we have a couple awesome sessions with a sports psychologist coming up and a couple coaches and things like that. So I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them.
Yeah, and I'll be teaching it next semester. I'll be teaching the grade 9 as well. So I'm here to support as well. If you have any questions, send emails our way, and we'll be happy to support you through this whole process. We're really excited to get this up and going, and we're lucky to have these amazing grade 9s coming our way.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Bree and Natasha. On a side note, I'm personally thrilled about having Bree and Natasha teaching these courses. They are extremely vibrant and young educators who do everything right and are perfect supports for students at this age. And then Dr. Cottrell who I'm a close friend with, his goal has been to mentor teachers to do this type of work in schools, and he is thrilled to be working with them too, and has been initially his work has been with Bree, and he's thrilled with her work that she's done in the program already. So I've shared with you Dr. Cottrell's curriculum that he has started with this program. Just to turn to some of the questions now. I see that around guidance, and there's a question from Sarah around is guidance available for students who play college basketball and their SAT and NCAA requirements. Miss Yates is here, so I'm going to turn that quickly to her to respond.
Did you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, the question is guidance available for students who want to play college basketball in the U.S., especially NCAA requirements, SATs and LSATs? Of course we are, yes. Very knowledgeable about this information. Of course, I'm probably going to have to go on every trip with you to every college basketball in the States, just so you know. But yes, I actually have a student rating her LSATs here. She's identified, so she needs extra time. But yeah, we have all that information and guidance as well. So
Great.
I'm going to just go to the next question. I hope that answers your question. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out. The next question is, can you speak to what this means in terms of applying to university? Do post-secondary institutions recognize this program? Post-secondary institutions will recognize the courses within the program. That's what they look at. Ontario universities, especially Canadian universities, even American universities, there's an equivalent list that we look at in order to see what courses are part of this, the part of the program that you need to get into. So that's what the universities will look at. So I would say it is recognized at universities because the courses that are within them. What courses does this take in place of religion and gym? Well, for grade 9, the gym would be the elective course, one of the elective courses that the students would take. Same with grade 10, it would be an elective or an optional course. Grade 11, again, another elective or an optional course for gym. Religion in grade 11 would be the mandatory course that all of our students take. So there's no in place of, it's more like this is what you want to do.
If I could just jump in for a moment.
Yep.
The one, if you're speaking to the grade 11 and 12 course, is the phys ed course, and if that's what this is about, I'm not sure, but it actually brings me to a point that I missed during the presentation. We do the grade 11 and 12, or sorry, the grade 11 phys ed course and the world religion course together as a package as part of this course. Those are the world religion is a compulsory course. What we do within that is some contextualized learning, which what I mean is we do some thematic approaches in the religion course that connects some of the curriculum from the grade 11 phys ed into the world religion. And so basically those courses are paired together with purpose of thematically still dealing with character development in sport and athletics. That's why those courses are a little more unique in the grade 11 LEAP program. So your child will be experiencing two teachers that work together in the phys ed course and in the world religion course. And that whole piece is around character development. And so we have curriculum from the organization called Play Like a Champion that supports the pairing of these courses in this really unique way. And it's something we should probably elevate as an aspect of this program, because it is a really exciting way to combine, when we are learning in these unique and innovative ways, combining courses like this, and for students who are athletically focused, it is a nice way to achieve your religion expectations with some thematic support in that course. And then they complete all of their certifications because these courses are paired together. They do all these leadership certifications, training, etc. during those times, half day. And then I see Mrs. Healy has some questions. I know that name. About university, LEAP is not necessarily recognized, but I will say this: we are a program that is following a program in London called London LEAP, and you can look them up, and I will post their link. But London LEAP has been around for about 12 years, and and while it's not formally recognized, the students that come out of their program are highly sought after, and they have an incredible reputation. So the linkages that they have developed at Western Ontario are significant in that the program has some ability to influence acceptances. We are working on similar things with the University of Guelph. We've met with them numerous times about linkages with the university and mentoring and support. But we do want to build the same type of experience where LEAP St. James has that type of impact in knowing that in a student's application or or any information interview that occurs, they say they're with LEAP, that it is recognized, but certainly not formally. But it is our goal to make it a program that produces, the quality of individuals that these employers and these universities and colleges, and then any pathway that students want. We would hope that LEAP has a significant impact in creating that excitement for people who work with the students that come out of the program. So the next question, oh, Sandra, you're muted. You were speaking. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just adding into the chat, and I realized that I wrote reply instead of apply, which means I shouldn't use the word apply. It should be to choose the course and to choose the course in their course selections. And so I'm just looking at Logan's, and I'm just replying to Logan. If your child is interested, then I recommend that your child chooses the, depending on, I'm assuming that your child is in grade 9, to choose the PAI course. And our program encourages all student learners and all student athletes to enroll in the program if they are interested. You're muted, Jeff.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Thank you. That wording, expression of interest, is what we're using here. We are cognizant of the fact that COVID-19 has impacted the ability of many kids to be active in rep sports, in a variety of house league sports, whatever their chosen activity is. We know that has impacted. So we aim to not exclude. So we want, if you are interested, apply, and we are servicing people who apply. Certainly, we will have conversations with you in the middle, but we would like you to apply. We are not, and we don't think society in general is in a position to be excluding anyone, particularly given what we know has been children's experiences in the last 2 years. So to those questions, please apply. Okay, moving on. Would it be the same for grade 9 and 10? Asking because they already get 2 or 3 of their electives. So the grade 10 course, we are still in conversation about, but we know that the grade 10 course will have a similar focus in that we want to continue to enhance athletic abilities for chosen sports through curriculum. At the same time, promote the skills that around the CGEs that will support Catholic graduate expectations. Sorry, I got jargony there. That will support students moving into leadership type work in the future. We want to equip them with the ability to do that in the future. So those performance courses are there, obviously, to build the athleticism, in powerful ways. And I will say, Dr. Cottrell is an amazing person in the work that he's doing with children. This is cutting edge work, and having us in his facility during the day is probably monetarily hurting him, but in terms of supporting our community, he's doing incredible things. And so we're very appreciative, and we're very lucky, because at the same time, we know this type of training costs a lot of money for kids, and this will be, as part of our program, free. So that is, the type of thing that we always want to say when we're speaking about Dr. Cottrell and the work that he's doing here. Okay, if entering grade 10, how will they get all the requirements completed for the program? If transferring from an athletic prep school, are credits transferable? So I'm going to turn that over to Ms. Yates. Certainly she's the expert on that one.
Hi, I'm back again. So if entering in grade 10, yes, you'll get all the required credits. As I said, the grade 10 phys ed course will be, or the LEAP phys ed will be an elective. We do offer a variety of courses for summer school that students can take in order to take an extra elective. That's very popular as well. And coming from an athletic prep school, I'm almost 99.9% sure that they're going to transfer over. We'll be able to equivalate them. So that shouldn't be a problem either. We have lots of students that transfer from different schools in different countries, actually. So yeah, no problem.
Heather, you might be able to handle the next one too.
I was going to say, do you want me to answer the next one?
Yeah,
Okay, so the SHISM that was talked about, I wanted to make mention that we do actually have a SHISM coordinator that it resides in guidance. Her name is Kelly Thornburg. She's one of our guidance counselors, and she tracks all this information. So when students are going from grade 10 to 11, we make sure they're selecting courses that are going to be part of the major credits that they need. So they need 4 major credits in both. And there's a variety of courses. Some of them are even like maybe even a psychology course as opposed to just the physical education. There's a whole list of them, but we provide that to the students for all of our SHISMs. And she works with there too as well. She works with students. So we have someone dedicated to track that in guidance. Yep, there's my email. So if you have any guidance related questions, you're more than welcome to certainly email them to me. No problem whatsoever. The next question.
Yeah, that one is about, it looks like, will it touch on and take place for religion? And so in grade 9, the focus is only at this point a grade 9 phys ed credit. We haven't paired up with a religion course. It is possibly something we're talking about, a combination course in grade 10, but just for a more unique experience, which is why we'll probably have a follow-up meeting later, but we're not in that position to talk about, what that looks like. Right now, it's a standalone phys ed course. In grade 11 and 12, that is when we do the combination package with the world religion and the phys ed course, if I'm getting that question right. And yes, there are certainly a lot of courses that students need. I will say this, Ms. Yates is an expert on making timetables fit, so you've got the right person.
I try my hardest here, but just to sort of play on that too as well, is to say that most students that are going to be wanting to do this program would probably be taking a phys ed every year of high school and fit it into their timetable. It's not going to be hard to make anything work. We can make it work.
Okay, so again,
I hope it's okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hello. Oh, sorry. I hope it's okay if I come off mute and ask my question, just because I'm not sure how to word it.
Sure.
Sorry, my name is Miranda, and it's my daughter that we're exploring this for. So am I to understand that it's basically like one specific course per year that applies to this program, or are we just talking about like the phys ed aspects of the course and there's other courses that they would also take? Like, I'm just trying to understand what the whole program means from a course perspective. You're on mute.
Jeff, do you want to go back to the slideshow? And if you want to go back to the slideshow with the flow chart, I think it was like slide
10.
3 or 2.
I'll get that. Yeah.
And then Heather can speak to it.
That's fine.
Right there. Perfect.
Yeah, so I think because, okay. I think because this is a new program, we will certainly add courses as we see fit, as it grows and changes. That's part of us being flexible in our programming. But you can see that we've really specifically designed it for in grade 9, they have one specific course they take as part of the LEAP program. In grade 10, it's one specific course right now for the LEAP program. In grade 11, it's 2 specific courses, the gym and the religion, and then the grade 11 co-op is a piece. We have summer school co-op. We have different ways. You can either do it in grade 12 too as well, but co-op is part of the SHISM, so that is included as well. And then in grade 12, we have the one IDC 4U1 class. So those are the specific courses that students, if they're part of this program, will be we'll be checking in, guys. Like we go through every course selections when the students select and make sure that they have these selections. I hope that answers.
Yeah. So just to add on, certainly, we are constructing this as a program experience. So, COVID has made it a little bit difficult for a number of reasons, obviously. But we will look at, when they are in grade 9, 10, obviously they're doing their training course throughout the semester. So for 5-6 months. But and then in their off semester, we are working with Dr. Cottrell with a package for students who are part of LEAP to stay training, and he's working on a discounted package so that they can continue their training. At the same time, we are going to have some forms of leadership events, which we want the students to be part of. And that will be something that we work on in these courses to develop, whether that is we may start some form of portfolio development then, but at this point we are focused on making the grade 9, 10 courses the unique feature of this time, plus some service elements that we will certainly be adding in, and then by grade 11, 12, we then get into a point where the LEAP package does become a pretty significant part of their credit experience. Any pathway that they're taking will be supported here, but also the experiential learning component is really the highlight, and that is typically that is the on-site sports paid co-op. We have 20 secured positions for students. We're working with other organizations, including the City of Guelph, to discuss slotting some paid co-op positions for our students. So, really, it is a 4-year program. It does have course positioning within all of the grades. And some of this may evolve. Like I said, by grade 10, this could be a paired credit with another course that we do in an innovative way. For instance, it could be that we explore pairing it with a mathematics course. The current teachers are both excellent math teachers, and maybe there is some mathematical syncs that we can make. So that could be a potential approach if we're looking at innovative learning. But right now, this is our focus credit-wise. But there is 4 years as part of the program. Hope that helped. Do you have to take it in grade 9, 10 in order to take it in 10, 11, 12? So we are allowing some access points through grade 9 and 10. So you're certainly able to enter from grade 9 into 10 if you didn't take it in grade 9. Grade 11, we have, there is certainly another layer to that, and that is the sports schism. And we'll explain that more in detail probably at a later time, but you are entering a schism that has co-ops. Some of them are very competitive co-ops to be part of, particularly if they're paid, but we certainly will create co-ops for every student who wants one. But there are differing ones offered, and some kids may migrate to these paid ones, and those certainly are competitive, which is why we will do some work with developing the students in terms of character development, service leadership opportunities, doing clinics in their communities. We'll be setting all these things up as part of grade 9, 10 LEAP also. But formally, those grade 9, 10 credits are really our focus. Okay, so I've posted a few links. I'll be emailing out to everyone who is here, and we'll be providing some more details for any connections that you need. But hopefully, we've given you enough that you've been able to generate an understanding of our program, and we do hope to see you in our program. We think it's going to be an extremely exciting program that when I spoke about the London CCH program, it is really our model, and we want to have a similar impact in creating great opportunities for students in this area. So please reach out to us if you have any questions, and we invite you to come to the program. Sandra, I'll leave the last word with you.
Thank you, Jeff. And yes, we look forward to welcoming your students to, or your child to, St. James. It is a wonderful community, and we have many extraordinary staff and teachers and administrators and staff and guidance that will make this experience and the entire experience throughout St. James most wonderful and very memorable. So thank you again. Please reach out to Mrs. Heather Yates or Mr. Jeff Cummings if you have any questions whatsoever. You may have a number of questions as you leave tonight that as you continue to think and reflect upon this program with your child and have conversations with your child, we're always here to, we're always available to answer those questions and to make sure that you have all the information that you need. Thank you. Have a good night.